Good day, sir. Please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Agboola Olamilekan.
Agboola Olamilekan. Thank you, sir. Really enjoyed your session. Thank you very much. Then, the first question: what inspired you to be part of this year Power Rise Up camp?
Well, what inspired me because it is an holiday program where we are trying to equip children, especially young ones from the age of 7 to 17, about sustainable actions. As we know that sustainability, the impact of climate change is highly vulnerable to children when we are looking at flooding and drought. So the opportunity to meet with children, eco leaders who are ready to take actions, and then who are ready to listen to what that will prevent them from being vulnerable to climate change. So that's one of the reasons that inspired me to be here today.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Then our next question: how long have you been a facilitator or a mentor to people?
It's been a year now.
Yeah, okay.
It's been a year I've been facilitating people on about sustainability and also climate change.
Okay, thank you very much. Then this next question is about your session. Can you tell us what your session of the program is all about?
Of course, my session is about sustainability actions, and it's about changing the actions of these children, letting them to be aware about their unsustainable action. For example, like dropping of refuse on the ground, or even about their community. That is, how their parents treat waste. What are the unsustainable action that is being carried out by their family. And then I made them to realize that sustainability is a way of life, and which means that for them to be fully sustainable, it means they must have ability to influence people around them, because their only sustainability does not speak for the sustainability of others. So if they are sustainable and people around them are not sustainable, then it means they themselves, they are not sustainable, because only them cannot drive sustainability.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Then another question is, what message are you trying to pass? Were you trying to pass to the participants today? Like, what message are you trying to pass to them?
Yes, the question is like, I'm trying to let them to start living a sustainable life. A sustainable life that is conscious of their environment, knowing that their action today has impact on the environment, and also knowing that the future generations will be affected by their impact today. So it means that people should start to contribute to the green environment and sustainability.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Then another question is, why do you think this topic is very important? It's cogent to now our generation. I mean the current generation. Why do you think this topic is very important to this generation?
Of course, it is important to this generation because we are the vulnerable. You young people, we are the one that is most vulnerable to climate change impact. And if we look at the things, we will realize that the recent trend is like we are all being impacted by climate change one way or the others. For example, flooding in this area, from the economic breakdowns, so drought that is affecting farming and every other area. So it is very important because this is what is happening right now.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Then our last question: what impact do you hope your session has on the participants?
Good. So one thing is like, my session will has a multiplier effect, because raising mindset of young children about sustainability and letting them to aware by their sustainability alone does not mean that does not speak for sustainability of all, that they should ensure that while they are sustainable, other people that are around them is being sustainable. So it is a multiplier effect, and it will help us to reduce the impact and the effect of climate change. Because recently I believe that these students will be going home to inform their family. Their family will be informing other people about climate change. So it is multiplier.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. In conclusion, what's just a statement or a sentence to the future generations out there?
My words to the future generation is that sustainability is a way of life. That is how we are all to behave it is things that we have to be living day by day. Just that we have to be conscious, care for our environment, create a lasting impact, and protect this environment.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. We are happy having you here. We hope to see you next time. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.